I'm going to do a makeup tutorial for you taken from Christina Aguilera's new video. The makeup was done by Christopher Buckle and I just love it, so I thought I'd try and recreate something similar, not exactly the same, because there's a few aspects that I love from different parts in the video. Like, I love that she has the lipstick on with the gold glitter in a quick snapshot on it, and I love how the eyes are really arched on one of the videos, so I'm going to just try and put a few bits together and see what I come out with. It won't be exactly the same as hers, it'll be a few bits from hers. So, I'm a bit tanned at the moment, I'm going to just moisturise, so I'm going to put my Embryolisse on. I'm going to use Soft Ochre, which is kind of slightly more yellow undertone. If you've got a slightly pinkier undertone, go for Painterly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of pure white to it because I want it a little bit lighter than it is. And I'm just going to use my finger to do this, because you can get a nice finish from your finger for the base. So I'm just going to push that all over my eyelid. Now, I use my ring finger for this because it's the finger that has the softest touch. It's totally up to you, it's your own eye, you can feel if you're pushing too heavy, but I would say if you're doing a makeup on someone else, then try to use that finger because it hasn't got as much push in it, so you can't hurt someone. If you're using any of the other fingers, they're a lot stronger. Next, I'm going to pop a little bit of MAC Brulee all over the top, but I'm also going to mix that with a little bit of MAC Gesso, however you want to say it, with a MAC 227 brush. Now I'm going to pop a little bit of MAC Omega through the socket bone, just using a 266 brush from MAC. This is just going to go just to give me a little bit of shape. Then with the MAC 217, just blend that through. That's just to give me a rough guide of colour. I'm then going to go in with a slightly darker colour. This one's a Makeup Forever darker grey. I think it's number 40. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go with number 40. Now what I'm going to do with that is very softly push it and push up. Using the 217, just push up with it, then get my 266, not 217, sorry, using a 266, then get my 217 and blend that through. So you can see how a lot of these looks refer back to makeup that was worn in the 60s. This is like a 60s twiggy eye, bit of a Raquel Welch eye as well, mixed with, it's going to have a red lip, so you've got your 50s, 40s, 50s lip. It really is a case of blending and blending and blending until you get it right. MAC Peach Colour Corrector. So I'm just going to run that through the brow. Don't worry if it goes on the eyeshadow, I quite like that finish because it just blends it a little bit better. So don't worry too much. Next I'm going to run a tiny bit of my Clinique black liner. Really small amount. I'm using a Louise Young eyeliner brush. And that is just going to be run so finely, just to make that look a little bit fuller. There's hardly any on there at all. I've actually made some lashes. These are MAC number 7s, which I've cut 2 pairs up and stuck number 7s on top of the number 7s, if that makes sense. So, because she's got really spiky top lashes. Hard work, but I got there in the end. I'm going to have to put some mascara on them myself so that they don't look quite as spiky. They're a bit longer than hers. So I've got my Makeup Forever Smoky Lash Mascara. If you haven't tried this, it's the most amazing mascara I've ever used. Ever. A little bit of Makeup Forever eyeliner just inside the eye to lift that and make it a little bit lighter. This is a duo one, so it has the lighter or the darker on either end. Next, I'm just going to shape the brows. I'm going to use the same colour as I used before, Omega, just through my brows. I used that to start off the eyes, if you remember. Now, Christina's brows literally have no colour through them. I'm just using this just to shape my brows a little bit. Christina's obviously much lighter than me, but I'd look stupid if I went too pale. So I'm just going to use the Makeup Forever HD foundation. I'm loving Makeup Forever stuff at the moment. We've only just found somewhere that sells it in the UK, so that's why we've been using loads of it at the moment. It's just beautiful products. And I keep thinking, oh, I won't like this product. And I put it on and I love it. It's a nice foundation. Right, I will use a little bit of MAC Moisture Cover Concealer underneath my eyes. I use this a lot because my skin's very dry, so it seems to just work. Right, a little bit of powder. What powder have I got? I have got pressed powder, Select Sheer Pressed Powder from MAC, which I'm just going to pop all over. Because the skin doesn't really have a shine. Then I've got a MAC Taupe blusher with a 116 brush. Just through the back of the cheekbone. And then for the lips, I've got a red Makeup Forever lip liner in 8C. These are the waterproof liners, which are wicked. My little tiny lips, see if I can make them a bit fuller. Colour the whole lip in with this because it's waterproof, so it's going to stay put better than a lipstick is. And inside that I'm going to put Chanel Paris. So that's my Christina Aguilera look. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glitters. I've got a couple of glitters, none that are red actually. I really wanted a red glitter to put over the lips. I've got to lay my teeth. So I've got a Barry M lip gloss, which is red glitter, which I doubt is going to come out that strong. And then I've got a pink, crystallised pink glitter. So I'm going to do one on each lip, and then you can see, you know, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. If you like one, then you can think, oh, that's an idea. So I'm going to pop this one on my top lip. Doesn't really come out too much, but it looks a nice colour. And then I'm going to push this on my bottom lip. Let's try and find a brush that I can push it on with. Comes out quite blue pink. So, you know, if you wanted to add something a little bit more sparkly to it, then you could do that. So that is my inspired by Christina Aguilera. To keep bringing these bits back. Look. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day. Bye. Or evening.